Hey guys, did you know that the Dallas Cowboys are officially back? Back like we never left, everybody. Okay. Um the Giants have nothing to play for. They came in 2-7, don't even have their starting quarterback or starting tight end or really anything good going on for that team. It's still pleasing, obviously, to see us dominating the New York Giants as always, as per the usual. Um, Forgive me though if I'm not going to celebrate this win quite as hard as I celebrated Week One, us beating the shit out of them, just because obviously the circumstances are a lot more different now. um, so the Dallas Cowboys, I'm just it's time that, and I don't know why I have been mentioning this over the last few games, but I do want to give Mike McCarthy his flowers because he's been calling some really, really good games as of lately. I'm glad that that is a change that we're seeing um, from that. That is something that you can say that's different about this team this year compared to the last two seasons is that we were able to adjust, make the key adjustments we needed to make mid-season to our offense. We basically said Texas Coast, absolute fucking failed experiment. Never attempt that shit again. And our offense has looked much, much, much different since the San Francisco game, as far as like play style, as far as execution goes. You can still say we're having difficulty scoring in the red zone, but I want to at least acknowledge that. Um, I want to at least acknowledge um, those key. That's just huge for me to see that we're able to do something like that mid-season and have one of the worst offenses in the National Football League to statistically one of the best. And I put statistically in there just because, while they put up big numbers against bad teams and, even put up some pretty decent numbers versus the Philadelphia Eagles last week, we still can't rely on them to come up when it matters. And then next week, we have the 1-9, or yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 1-9. The 1-9 Carolina Panthers on the road. On the road. So clear trap game, right? Um, Got to be wary of that. Who knows? Well, hopefully things will be different, and it won't be a trap game like the Arizona game, with this complete new style offense. Also, I just want to point out that this is the best day. This was the best week of the year for the Dallas Cowboys. Why? Because not only did we beat a team in blowout fashion, but now we are, guys, I'm happy to report, I'm very, very happy to report that we are not anymore the only team that the Arizona Cardinals have defeated. So let's give a round of applause. Leave it to the Atlanta Falcons. Thank you all very much. Always very much appreciated. Rise up. Rise up, Atlanta. That's what they did today to make us look a smidge bit better. Well, we're not the only team that Arizona beat. Just, watch people resort to that excuse sometime in the next few weeks. I would not be surprised. Um, but yeah, just just want to give Mike McCarthy his flowers, the flowers that he deserves. We we actually made a mid-season adjustment to the offense. They didn't, like, this is different than the Cowboys offense that we've seen just a couple just a couple of months ago. We're not going to be seeing the exact same thing offensively going into the postseason, and that's great. We're making changes. Um, the defense looked good today. That's not really much of an accomplishment considering the fact that we were going against Tommy DeVito. Um, but I guess give that to Dan Quinn too, because excuse me, our defense has looked off as of lately. The Cowboys have proven to be the Slytherin of the NFL. Not well versed in Harry Potter, but I think I know what you're saying. um, and Rico Dowdle. I just want to. Can we dedicate the rest of this live stream talking about Rico Dowdle? I would like to. I especially would like to highlight the absolute dumb shits in the fan base who have been saying since pretty much early in the season that the offense sucks in the red zone because we don't have that power back. We used to have that power back. Wonder what happened to him. Oh, guys, we need Ezekiel Elliott back, and we need Zeke back, and the red zone offense will be okay. We'll be straight, offensively. All of our problems will be solved. Dude, get the fuck out of here. Look, the problem with our red zone offense, as it's always been this season, has been play calling. And the play calling on that first drive, when we were within their 5 yard line, was dog shit. Pass, 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 or run, pass, pass, and then on fucking fourth down, you want to try to run the ball up the middle from the shotgun with Tony Pollard, I think it was. That already doesn't work as is at any other point in the game, but fourth and goal from like our 3 yard line, you wanted to try that. That's just completely mind-boggling and stupid to me. Um, but the truth of the matter is, we don't need Ezekiel Elliott. Okay, it's just the play calling has to be. We have running backs. We have a fullback that is capable of pushing the pile. It's just having being smart enough to know that we have other backs not named Tony Pollard that we can give the ball to. So I was especially happy that we were getting Rico Dowdle more involved in the offense, and I hope that continues. I hope that he can step up and be the starting number one running back that we need so that Tony Pollard can go back to just being that secondary explosive guy, because that's probably where he's best. We've tried using Tony Pollard as a bell cow, but as I was saying in the offseason, I don't think he's that. I don't think he's that guy. We're gonna give him opportunities to see if he's that guy, and that's what we've been doing the whole fucking regular season so far. But our running game, it's not awful. It just could be a lot better. And I think Rico Daddy Dowdle, is what we need to make our running offense that much better, and not Deuce Vaughn. Deuce Vaughn, even in garbage time, whatever, the game's already over. There's not much reason to play or whatever. Deuce Vaughn, I don't think he's built for the National Football League. Um, we can hope with experience that he can get better. But I mean, his frame is already maxed out from what I've seen. I don't see him really getting much bigger. The dude's already, you know, like 150 pounds full of muscle, just bulging with muscles. But Deuce Vaughn, I don't think he's going to serve nearly as much of a purpose to this run offense as Rico Dowdle and Tony Pollard and Hunter Lupka would be able to put together. So, um, appreciate that, Patrick Anderson. Really appreciate that. Jalen Brooks, yes. I'm glad that we saw him on the field too. I want to see him more. I want to see Jalen Tolbert more. Michael Gallup, people want to. I can see people saying that this was a huge comeback for him, and oh, maybe he'll turn things around, dude. It's what are we? This is week 9. No, this is we're going into week 10, I believe, dude. And now he's finally coming around. That's bullshit. Absolutely not. He needs to start warming up that bench so that we can see more of Jalen Tolbert, more of Brandon Cooks, who had a huge game today, so that we can see more of Jalen Brooks, Brandon Cooks, Jalen Tolbert, Cavante Turpin when he eventually comes back. Supposedly fucking Martavis Bryant, I guess, which I still don't understand that fucking signing. Um, but yeah, CD Lamb, he had a fantastic game today. 2 touchdowns. Dak Prescott, aside from one fucking dog shit interception, he had a great game today. And it's just it what pisses me off is that Cowboys fans unironically will take this game and run with it, but still not even glance anymore at the Eagles game or the 49ers game. Apparently this game defines the Dallas Cowboys better than both of those two games, which is just fucking insane to me. But we have a trap game next week. Clear trap game is on the road, I believe, versus Carolina. Uh, the one-win Carolina Panthers and their rookie quarterback. I forgot what his name is, but he's terrible. Bryce Young. There you go. Um, and then we have the commies on Thanksgiving. But yeah, I wanted to really take this time to uh, give Mike McCarthy the the props that he's been deserving of these few weeks, which I've not been giving him. That I've been more focused on areas where we fucked up, but the play calling and the scheme for this offense as of the last few weeks has not been the problem. Um, Absolutely loved what he's doing. I still can't get over that we actually made a mid-season adjustment. The offense, that is huge. Um, and yeah, just wanted to once again shit on the dumbass Cowboys fans, in my opinion, in the fan base that have been saying, we need Ezekiel Elliott, we need Ezekiel Elliott. Like, we have backs. We have backs that can get us across the goal line. It's just we have to actually we need to decide to actually use them in those key moments of the game. Um, Rico Dowdle absolutely spun some heads today. He puts together some very impressive runs, and we need to utilize him more. As far as Dak Prescott, keep doing what you're doing, keep running around, keep using your legs, and keep throwing the ball deep downfield. Absolutely love that. The defense, this is a confidence booster for the defense. This is a confidence booster that they needed. Um, Aside from that, exactly. There it is. There it is. Getting the ball rolling already. And I'm pretty sure Law Nation is probably handling that right now, either preaching that or dealing with fans and his chat, preaching that right now, or both. Um, yeah, definitely not a win that I'm gonna be all giddy with excitement with for the rest of the season. Still a win that I'm happy about. It's still a win that I'm gonna celebrate. But yeah, the really the main thing that I took away was just how well the offense has improved since the San Francisco 49ers game. That's huge. And hopefully us realizing what we have in the rest of the talent that we have on this offense. Um, but anyways, that's really all I got to say. Aside from one drive, the defense looked sensational. They looked pretty good. Got to the quarterback multiple times today. Um, but we're still quite a few games behind the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm pretty sure we're 6-3 now. Then going against Carolina Panthers. So, and the Eagles, they have a tough stretch of games ahead of them, but we have a pretty tough December ahead of us as well. I'm just gonna say it. I don't. Cowboys fans have been talking about it, and they're already doing the numbers game with if the Eagles lose these games and the Cowboys win these games spontaneously out of nowhere and blah blah blah. Guys, I don't see us winning the division. I don't see us claiming it from the Eagles. If the Eagles are the first NFC East team to win the division back to back since when they did it 20 years ago, kudos to them. I don't give a fuck about the NFC East. I care about what happens in the postseason. And in the postseason is what defines the culture around your football team. The regular season is for seedings and impressions. I don't see us getting the best seed in the NFL, or sorry, in the NFC, I should say. The 49ers had a pretty impressive bounce back victory. And I say that because I'm saying this because there are some room temperature Dallas Cowboy fans. So I feel like that I should clarify this in case there's some newcomers who don't know me that well. The 49ers game, oh my God, I can already see Cowboys fans getting pissed off from like sports announcers saying this, but the Cowboys win today is not considered impressive to me because the Giants are 2-7. They have nothing to play for. Don't even have their starting quarterback. Who gives a shit? Brian Dable, biggest fall off, biggest fucking fall from grace from the head coach of the year that I can remember personally. But the 49ers win today, I believe, is impressive because they were going into Jacksonville against a hot Trevor Lawrence and Jacksonville Jaguars team when they were on a 5-game win streak. So for them to go into there and beat the Jaguars, one of the top teams in the AFC, what was it, 34-3? Yeah, no shit. I would say that's a bit more impressive than what we did today versus the New York Giants. That's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. But what is this? I notice that Law Nations fans sometimes don't have excuses. However, they blame deck the players. It's always Jerry and Mike. Yeah, really? Because whenever I see, whenever I scroll on Instagram, I don't I don't tune into Law Nation's live streams. I only popped in once and gave him a phone call. That was back in like July. Um, but whenever I see his posts on Instagram of him just pandering and pandering and pandering to the casuals in the fan base, making all sorts of bullshit excuses, like all I see for the most part are fans in the comments section eating it up and just feeding into it and just being like, yeah, if the Cowboys suck so hard, then why is it taking other fans' teams so long to catch up? It's just yeah, it's just dumb shit like that that I see from his fans for the most part. Um, but anyways, yeah, while the Cowboys did beat the shit out of the Giants, it's still not exactly it's not an impressive performance by any means. Contenders are expected to use uh, basement teams as their fucking toilet paper. And so the Cowboys have that to a T, you know, sometimes. If you don't want to look at the Cardinals game, they have that down to a T, but they also sometimes like to play down to competition and they also crumble and choke versus competent teams that are considered, you know, high tier echelon, such as the San Francisco 49ers, such as the Philadelphia Eagles. Um, but anyways, it looks like things are heating up in the NFC. The Detroit Lions, they just scored a game-winning field goal versus the LA Chargers. So, we'll see what happens. Ferguson, he got a touchdown today. He's putting together a real good season. Um, I'm excited to see if we can keep this going offensively. Don't even fucking try to even glance at that bullshit Texas Coast offense again. Keep at it with this stuff. Keep using Rico Dowdle. Keep using your other weapons that you have in the receiving core. Keep getting them involved. And I think we might be okay. Um, but I mean, even then is going to come down to, can we execute and can we not be retarded in the red zone, um, like we've seen before when we've gone against top teams. So we'll just have to wait and see. He must be on payroll, genuinely. Yeah, that's what I think sometimes. He, what's okay, Law Nation. I don't have anything personal against him. I'm sure he's a great guy. Never met him. Blah blah blah. Law Nation. He makes weird posts sometimes about, I don't want to say he's flexing, but it's weird how he makes a lot of posts about taking pictures with fans and signing autographs at like training camp and shit like that. And it's weird, it's just something tells me that he already thinks he's like a huge influencer when he's just banking on the lowest common denominator of the fan base. Sorry. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. Maybe it's me taking things, blowing them out of proportion or taking them out of context. He just seems a little prideful. He just seems a little nose up in the air kind of guy. I don't know. Cowboys really need to start playing this way against good teams. I mean, you're preaching, absolutely. Oh my God. Okay. One time I went into a coma because I fell down the stairs and hit my head. If that was a comment and I was able to like it, I would like that. I don't know if I want to pin that. However, I would. I agree. uh, these made up offensive schemes. Yeah, that shit. Just and I saw a shade of that on the first drive, when we were inside the 5 yard line and we were just we were in the shotgun and we did a motion to CD Lamb and threw it to him. It's just we only need to go 2 yards to get in the fucking end zone. Just punch it in. You have backs that are capable of doing that. Just stop getting cute. Stop getting cute. It's embarrassing. Punch the fucking ball in there so that we can actually utilize the other talent we have on the squad, and also so I can stop hearing these dumb fucks in the fan base talking about, oh, we need Zeke back, we need Zeke back. If we got Ezekiel Elliott back, that would solve all of our red zone issues. Like, dude, shut the fuck up. Seriously. Brooke, my single. Okay, I think I'm starting to get some bots. Where are you from? Born and raised Arlington, Texas. I was here before the Cowboys. Um, both sides of my family, Cowboys fans, as far as the eye can see. But anyways, that's all I gotta say, really. I'm just really happy about, you know, us progressing offensively a little bit, actually progressing, realizing that there are other players who exist on this team. Michael Gallup, he looked good. I think too little too late. Sorry, bud, but he made a couple impressive catches, but that being said, it's week 10, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think that was Michael Gallup's first touchdown reception of the season. I'm just sick of the nostalgia bullshit. I would just much rather see what we can get out of Jalen Tolbert and Jalen Brooks, Cavante Turpin when he comes back, so on and so forth. But anyways, um, yes, Texas represents absolutely. Fort Worth, hell yeah, Metroplex. Um, but yeah, by the way, happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there. Thank you. Um, so now we're 6-3, going on to Carolina. Sounds good. I'll see you guys next week. Clear trap game. Don't buy into the bullshit. Don't. I can see Cowboys fans already bitching about how the media doesn't consider our win more impressive, but they consider the Niners win more impressive. Well, we scored more points than the 49ers offense did. It's like, yeah, no shit, dude. Like, oh my god, it's so fucking embarrassing. But anyways, I'll see you guys next week. Thank y'all for tuning in as always. Um yeah, see y'all next week at noon game. Again, only the second one this year versus the Carolina Panthers. Uh go get a beer. Absolutely celebrate this one for the night. I'll see y'all around. Peace.